Cool.
Check, we good?
Check, we good.
Word. So this is the Cool in Real Life podcast where passions and purpose align. I'm Courtney, better known as 𝗀𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗲.
I'm Alice Black.
Yeah, man. And this is what it is.
We back.
We back for another one. This is a special episode. This is the anniversary episode. Mm-hmm. We've been doing this joint for a year. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Dab it up. Yo. A whole year in this.
A whole year.
So since we love the supporters, I gotta get out of here in about an hour. I got a train to catch.
It's been a day.
It's been a long day. It's been a great day though.
For sure.
Spent with beautiful people that love and support us, and people that we love and support. So I would have it no other way.
Right.
But because of that, we can't do a What Your Life Like. And honestly, I don't know if I want to because it's a special episode. I really just want to focus in on the anniversary aspect. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and start moderating. Since you're the moderator.
Yeah. So what you want to start with, like reflections of the year?
First, I want to start off with this. We are in a different space.
We are.
We're still in the Eaton Hotel, but this is the suite. Shout out DJ 𝗀𝗶𝗸𝗲.
Yes.
DJ 𝗀𝗶𝗸𝗲 let us post up in the suite. He was like, yo, I got the suite. Like, why don't y'all just pull up? Yeah, so shout out DJ 𝗀𝗶𝗸𝗲, man. For looking out. The theater is cool, but I think this is a vibe.
This
also
is definitely a good vibe.
Nice little switch up, and then we're gonna go right back to the velvet seats. You know, the plush velvet. So yeah, shout out to DJ 𝗀𝗶𝗸𝗲. Shout out to the Eaton Hotel for allowing us to record in the space always. So yeah, man. That's a reflection. That's a major difference from going from Common House in Richmond.
Yeah.
We did a couple of episodes there. That was a vibe. Yeah. I really like that space.
Yeah. It's a dope space.
Shout
out to Knox and everyone who helped us get things straight there. We just grateful for everyone who helped us this first year.
Where a lot of people helped us out. So we did the Common House, then we shot up to Philly. We shot in my crib.
𝗀𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗲.
Yeah. So shout out 𝗀𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗲 in Philly.
Yeah, thank you for opening up your space and allowing us in and allowing the world in, because I know that's like something that you just don't do.
Yeah, that was a lot for me. I'm not even gonna hold you. Just letting a lot of people into the space, a lot of eyes on the space and things like that. I was talking to one of the homies that supports the podcast, and it was like, "Oh yeah, that studio space you're in, that's dope." I'm like, "That's my crib."
That's beautiful though. What a compliment.
Yeah, that is a compliment. So yeah, I'm just very thankful. We're in a whole new year, but technically not our year, but a new calendar year.
Right.
And we said, you know what? For the new calendar year, let's switch it up. Let's go halfway to Philly, halfway to Richmond, which is DC. And we posted up in the Eaton Hotel. Yeah. So we've been here, I want to say like 3 months now. It's been a vibe.
Yeah.
It's been a vibe.
Shout out to Nina and her staff and just everyone who helps us just move forward throughout the day when we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, shout out to homie Nina. Wouldn't be able to do it without you. So, beautiful person, beautiful soul.
For sure.
So, yeah, man. We've gone through a lot as a brand. I feel like we've had so many different ideas. Some things got canned, some things didn't necessarily get canned, but it pretty much
put it on the shelf for a little bit.
We put it on the shelf for a little bit. There's a little dust on there. We didn't dust the shelf.
Yeah.
It's dust, but not forgetting those ideas. And then we came up with new ideas that just took precedence.
Yeah.
Like Cool in Real Life Sounds.
Right.
And I just love how like we're open to ideas.
Right. We're figuring it out. And I don't even necessarily want to say that we're figuring it out. I think a better way to put it is that we're just doing what we want to do. And just vibing along the way. Seeing what sticks and what doesn't.
Yeah, seeing what we want to do. We might have an idea, we might pivot. Cool in Real Life Sounds is I don't even want to call it a labor of love, but we both love music, and the things that we can do with that platform is like limitless for sure. So I think if I had to reflect over the year of doing Cool in Real Life, what I can say, it has pushed me creatively.
Yeah.
it has caused me to really sit in a pocket of what's the word I'm looking for? Patience with myself, with others.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hiccups along the way. It has caused me to really live in a space of like, things are just not perfect. You have to be able to roll with the punches, because we got punched a couple times.
My God. My God.
From getting our hard drive stolen,
Yeah.
from plans falling through, having to pivot at the last minute, me needing to catch a train in an hour. Just being able to roll with the punches no matter what.
Yeah.
And yeah. How you feel overall the year?
I think I feel good. I just feel like it was a year that definitely stretched me. I feel like I grew as a person, just because this is like just so outside of my comfort zone.
Word.
Really don't know what I was thinking asking you, did you want to do this?
I don't know either, because I definitely I feel like I'm the person, like, you asked me that question and I took that and I threw you in the deep end.
You damn sure did. Sorry, Mom. You damn sure did. Like, you ain't even put me in the 3 inches or the 6.
Pause.
You threw. What's a violation?
That was a violation.
Sorry.
This one had crazy violations off camera today.
They don't got to know that. That's between us.
It is. They not going to know it. But the violations was violating, dog.
Yeah, it was crazy. I'm gonna wash my mouth. Okay, you threw me in the. Dang, I was about to say it again. You threw me in the deep end.
Yeah.
You know, you ain't give me a good thing I know how to swim, nigga.
That's good though, because honestly, it's one of those things where it's sink or swim. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna let the homie sink though. You feel me? Because I know how to swim. So it's like, yeah, if we gonna do this, let's do it.
Yeah.
Like, why, half-ass it? Like, let's go all the way and stretch ourselves. Yeah. Pause.
So
I caught
that. It was a lot of just pushing myself, knowing or learning like how much.
Yeah.
And when to pull back, when to rest.
Yeah.
How to just push through, like being overwhelmed, mental health issues, like being as though, I do struggle with that, and just learning and like growing through it. Especially because I definitely should probably be on medication, but I'm not. And just how can I find like other ways to just help me combat it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially in this new year, I feel like I just am ready to just do all of the ideas that we have. You know what I'm saying? And start coming outside a little bit more to try to help me. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely see a major shift in you. From when we first started this to now, even with how you process being overwhelmed, how you process depressive states. Excuse me. Just seeing how you're functioning now, like, I'm super proud of you.
Thanks, man.
Just knowing that you're not going all the way inward, you're allowing your tribe to show up for you, and you're leaning on your tribe more, and you're allowing that to be your form of therapy, like going out and expressing yourself and allowing yourself to be loved and loving on others that love on you. And like, because sometimes I feel like going inward is good when we need to reflect on ourselves, right? When we need to really do that deep soul searching. Yeah. But sometimes going inward like really makes the depression worse. So, and it isolates you. Yeah. So my prayer for you is that you find a balance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm super proud of you.
Thanks.
You've grown so much. I feel like you're gaining so much of your confidence back, and you're growing into a new version of yourself that didn't even exist prior to all of the, mental things that came into play. So
I feel like just with kind of like all of the things that have happened over the last couple of years, I feel like I'm getting like a second chance at like really stepping into my womanhood that I didn't get to do when I went through it the first time.
Word.
Like, now I get to do things like just on my own terms.
Yeah.
And just figuring it out. And I feel good about that.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. How do you think I've grown this year?
I can see, like, I know hate to like beat a dead horse, but like in terms of how you handle things, and I have to use like me as a reference.
Yeah.
I can see your growth with how like you come or handle things like with me.
Okay.
You know, with just you going to therapy yourself, because I it was a point in time where you was like, man, you wasn't like too big on therapy.
I wasn't.
But the fact that you like was like, okay, I just needed to find the right one. Like once you like went inward and was like, okay, it's not that therapy doesn't work. I need someone who meets these specific qualifications. I'm going in there with the plan. This is my problem. This is where I need help.
Yeah.
If you can rock with me or not, just let me know. And the fact that you actually went through and did it and have learned things, like when we used to come out of our therapy sessions, like and talk to each other, like about what we learned.
Word.
And then just I see like us putting it into practice in real time. Like when we were having a conversation about people pleasers. The conversation we just had yesterday about people pleasers is different than the one we had a year ago.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? It's totally different.
Totally different.
Like, so just progress and things like that, I could just see it in you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think that we'll talk about it more. We said this before, that every May is Mental Health Month. Mm-hmm. So every May we want to dedicate that to our mental health. Hopefully, I mean, I felt like the last time that we did the mental health episode, it helped me. I think that maybe it's helping others. So I feel like when we talk about mental health, like that's like when we get like a lot of like super profound engagement with others. So yeah, I'll expound on it a little bit more in that episode, but I do want to say that I didn't necessarily look for just qualifications of a therapist. I divinated on it and I prayed. Like I prayed for my therapist. So that it would be in alignment with what I need for my spiritual journey as well as just my human journey, you know what I mean? And God brought the right therapist to me. And yeah, I was against therapy, went to therapy my whole life, and I just didn't feel like I had any breakthroughs. But I've gone through a lot of personal breakthroughs this year, spiritual breakthroughs. I don't feel like I'm the same person I was a year ago when we sat down and we're like, yo, let's start this. Yeah. Like I was in a different state. Like my wants and desires were completely different. Yeah. Even my wants and desires for our brand were completely different. I think right now, I'm sitting in a pocket of rest, realizing how much rest means and how revolutionary it is. So I don't post on Instagram as much. Like I feel like I was like on a go. It had to be perfect. It had to be on time. There was a schedule to maintain and I got burnt out. Yeah. And I needed to take a break. And I still feel like I need to take a break. You know what I mean? Sometimes we'll post like the first week's content and I'm taking a week off. Like, and my thing is like, if it's for you, you'll be there. Yeah. If it's not for you, you'll fall off. But you're going to fall off even if I'm posting every day. That's true. You know what I mean? So like, why am I like burning myself out for these numbers that, not saying that those numbers don't equate to people, but why am I burning myself out for the numbers? You know what I mean? Because the people that want to be there are there. Right. Regardless. And I think especially in this new season, 2025, what this year means to a lot of people, the next 4 years that's to pass, we really have to focus on what's important to us. We really have to do any type of revolutionary act that sustains us. Yes. And rest has been one of those things. So yeah, man. Yeah. I'm not beating myself up. Word. Yeah. Good. I try not to. Yeah, because I know one thing that you have spoken about for the last couple of months was finding that balance. And so I think last month was when we just decided like, we got to take a break. Like, and it's okay. Yeah. We didn't post on the first. Like, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Y'all gonna get it on the third. But yo, it's not even like a what's your life like, but we took last month as like a time to reflect, rest, and enjoy each other as friends. Right. I think that as we started Cool in Real Life, it just became business. And I don't feel as though we spent enough time as friends. Right. Like we didn't cultivate a friendship. We cultivated a brand. Right. And I think now my brand is on par with cultivating my friendship. Cultivating the friendship comes first than the brand, because at the end of the day, like, I don't need this.
Right.
We don't need this. Yeah. I'm not going to stress for something I don't need. I'm sorry. I'm not even going to stress for the things that I do need. I think that I'm in a space of manifesting ease into my life, whether it flows into my life, whether it flows out of my life. My prayer is always ease. So, I'm not going to stress about it. I think that, we're in a different space as women.
Yeah.
And we're getting older. The things that we're interested in are starting to change a little bit. And as those things change, we're still on par with each other.
Yeah.
It's fire.
Yeah.
So I want to like hone in on that. Like, this is like, I feel like we're stepping into a new season of our friendship.
Yeah.
And
it's exciting.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. And and I spoke about it the other day. I was like, I don't even use language like that. Because I don't get excited for things.
Yeah.
Like, I don't look forward to things. That's a whole like thing that I'm still working on in therapy. But like, I find myself using words like that I haven't used like since probably like I was a kid.
Right.
So, just taking notice of stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's
man.
important.
Yeah, for sure. So,
yeah, man, we did it.
We did it.
I love you, man.
I love you too.
Yeah.
I love you too. This one wanted to drink.
It's a celebration.
It is a celebration.
Yeah.
Without the drinks, I could have did some water though. A little parched. I ain't gonna hold you. But I feel like we've celebrated this entire weekend. Went down to Richmond. I took the time out. I'm gonna be honest, every time I get on that damn train, it's a 6-hour ride every time.
Yeah.
But this time didn't feel bad because I was going there for fun. And met my favorite artist, Nick Dallin. And we just focused on having fun this weekend.
Yeah.
Like, this is the anniversary weekend.
Yeah.
Even when things started to get in the way and we started to like get all like yo, nah, chill. It's the anniversary. We going outside. We outside with it.
Us back.
Yeah. So I think that we had a great year.
For sure.
Yeah.
Here's to the next.
To the next year. Who knows what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be something fire.
Whatever we want, yeah.
It's gonna be fire.
Yeah.
We got some stuff in the tuck. What's next? You moderating.
Are we taking a break?
A break?
I mean, like, literally, like.
With the recording? No, but we gonna take a break with 𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 I want to take a break for a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think like take a whole month off. No epi. Y'all better go back in them archives because I know y'all ain't watch all the episodes. Y'all can go back.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Okay.
I think like we should like come together and figure out like a month. Like, yeah, this is a good month to like take a break.
April? After we put this episode out? Since it's technically our anniversary?
Well, April would technically be May for mental health. So maybe we can do the mental health, acknowledge our mental health, and then coming off of that, we take a break.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So in May.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Right.
And May's a long month. So that's like, we outside. I feel like I'll still want to do certain things, like make a playlist and things like that. But as far as like doing the podcast and like feeling forced to do like a DJ set, things like that, like I don't want to, might not even post, might just post to the stories and stuff like that. Just keep it real, keep it real cute.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, we can pivot on into the Q&A then.
You don't want to say anything else about the year?
No, I got it all out. Did you?
Dang, why your head shut? Did you? Because now I feel guilty if I did. I don't know. Let me think. Nah.
Okay.
I don't know if I have anything else. If I have anything else. Yeah, I don't have anything else. Let's jump into the Q&A. So, about the Q&A, we wanted to incorporate the people who support us throughout the year, support the podcast, support the brand in any way, shape, or form. So both brands, both 𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 and 𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 Sounds, merged together. Like, yo, if you got questions, you could ask us whatever. We did not read these questions beforehand.
I wish I did have a little adult beverage.
Listen, if the questions are weird, we spinning off.
Okay.
I told people already, I'm listening to the spinners all 2025 because I'm spinning off. So if these questions are weird, just know you're a weirdo. And I'm standing on that.
I told him to keep it cute. I didn't even say ask me anything, because don't.
I said ask me anything because I didn't want people to feel limited in what they could ask.
That's nice, but like
that doesn't mean to be inappropriate.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean to ask questions that ain't none of your damn business.
Some people gonna do weird stuff like that, so I didn't even give you the chance.
There's a lot of questions in here.
Oh my God. Scroll?
Look.
Oh my God. Yo. Help.
Now, mind you, I believe that these questions are anonymous. I told people that the questions were anonymous, but if they place their name in there, we're going to shout them out. So if there's a name in there, I'm going to shout them out.
Okay.
All right, we're going to start. First question.
Jesus.
Looking back on the past year, what's been the most surprising lesson you've learned about yourselves through creating Cool in Real Life?
No, we just answered that.
What's the most surprising lesson, though?
I think it was me pushing past my mental health struggles. Because I be coming outside and I do things like this, like people don't understand like how much I really struggle.
Right.
Like, if I could give an example, like when we was talking about going out yesterday, when I thought that all we were doing was going to the joint and then coming back. Because I do get anxious, like I just need to know in my head what we're doing so I can prepare myself, like I'm not coming right back home after this.
Right.
So like it's things like that people would take like lightly, like, oh, it's just, pivoting off to another thing. But for me, it's like it's a whole thing going on in the inside. Yeah. So coming up against like so many things this year where I've had to like pivot, especially the day where we got that hard drive stolen. That was bad. That was bad.
But it was a good lesson.
Yeah. It was
a good lesson.
I think things like that, me continuing to like show up and do the things, is surprising for me because it's just, I wasn't doing that before. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We were arguing like we was married last night.
We wasn't arguing. I just.
But I sometimes forget.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like I have my own angst and I have my own things going on. And I'm like, man, I never go outside. My job is super stressful. Like when you and I don't get to hang. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. You and I don't get to hang. So if I get the opportunity to hang, I want to capitalize on it. Right. And I realized that like this weekend made me realize our communication skills is trash. Maybe not trash, not dumpster.
It was just a lot going on.
Maybe not dumpster, but like kitchen, like in the kitchen, like that trash. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Under the kitchen sink trash. Yeah. Not dumpster juice trash. It was a lot going on. And I realized that like when there's a lot going on, sometimes we should just take a step back, process, and then like figure out all the things that we need to focus in on, regroup, and then move forward. Mm-hmm. So that's a lesson I learned this weekend. The most surprising, are you done? Mm-hmm. The most surprising lesson that I've learned this year by creating Cool in Real Life is that I can do it. That I'm that girl. You feel me?
I'm that girl.
You feel me? I'm really her for real. You feel me? Like you feel me? Like but with like design, like I think that is one of those things where you have imposter syndrome. And I think when I designed the first Cool in Real Life account, it was tied up with a little bit imposter syndrome, like, can I do this again? I feel like if you can do it again, then it really is what it is. Yeah. And I went on Cool in Real Life Sounds, chef that up. It's a totally different aesthetic, but it's still a dope aesthetic. Yeah. I'm really her for real. Mm-hmm. And not to doubt myself, that whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. I think that what we do with Cool in Real Life is more so my creative side. I don't always get a chance to hone in on that. And sometimes with me being more logical in what I do on the daily for my job, right. It's sometimes hard to switch off and go into that creative side. We talked about that on the last episode. So just knowing that I'm really hurt for real. Stop playing with me. Because I ain't playing with myself. You heard? Yeah. A little spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, what? It's the anniversary.
All right, man.
Pop out, show these niggas, man. All right. Next question.
Jeez, that joint is long.
The pod started as a grounding conversation about returning to oneself. How have you personally experienced that return over the past year, and how has CIRL, 𝗀𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗃 life, played a role in it? I think we kind of answered that.
Yeah. Maybe we shouldn't have talked so much before we read these questions.
Well, the anniversary episode wasn't about the Q&A. The Q&A came after. So yeah, just listen to the first half of this episode. You're going to get the answer to that. But this one was sent by Aaliyah Lorian. So shout out to you.
I was like, it got to be somebody who's really
Locked
listening
in.
Because that return to oneself is very specific language.
Locked in.
Shout out Aaliyah. Yeah.
Shout out Aaliyah, man. Another supporter, just supports everything that we do. Like really locked in. I mean, from the very beginning.
Yeah.
When we were just sending out teasers and stuff like, so much love to you. All right. Next question. As you look ahead, what's your biggest hope for the impact 𝗀𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗃 life will have on your listeners? That's a good question.
Yeah. I don't know that I have a tangible thing that I can say I want this to happen.
Right.
I feel like every time I get on the road to travel and I pray like over my, like just for traveling mercies, I also pray that like whatever we speak about touches someone, like in a general sense.
Right.
Like let us say something that's impactful and that meets the needs of the people in whatever way that they need.
Right.
So just like that we show up correct and that whatever we say can resonate with someone. So I don't know if I can specifically say.
It's not like a pinpoint thing. Yeah. Just that whatever, like us walking in our purpose. My hopes and prayers is that when you and I walk in our purpose, that it influences and inspires and encourages others to do the same in their own way. Not in our way, not in a way that quote unquote is cool, but like right. Yeah. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. What fuels your passion in life? What fuels you? That's a good question. What fuel? I feel like you've always gone first.
That's because you're reading them. So it's like I kind of got to. But that's
you
fine.
Don't have to.
Oh, go ahead then. Fuel. Exxon, go ahead.
What fuels your passion in life? I think not wanting to redo this. I don't want to reincarnate.
Oh.
So I think that like in my belief system, I really believe that we all come here with a purpose. We all come here with on a journey of learning. And what fuels me is that I get the lessons this time around. You know what I mean? Not saying that I don't want to come back, but I don't want to come back with like needing to learn the lessons that were in this lifetime. You know what I mean? So that fuels me. I think that like I've had a life-altering experience this year. So like I think I look at life so different now. And this is coming off of the other side of grief. So like having a parent on the other side, it kind of like puts you in a different space. And I feel like not to tell my dad's business, but I feel like my pop didn't really do a lot of things. You know what I mean? So I had a best friend who passed away early. So like there were so many plans that they had that they didn't get to fulfill.
Yeah.
So I think that just constantly praying, constantly sitting in the pocket of God, what is my purpose? What am I supposed to do in my life, in this life? That fuels me.
Yeah.
I don't want to get out. I don't want to be on the other end with regrets. I don't want to be, about to exit this life with any regrets. I want to say that I've lived a life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's just wanting to like get all of the ideas out.
Right.
Every idea that we have, every idea that we spoke about, like I really want to execute it. Whatever my friends are doing, you got this idea, how can I help you? You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to talk it out. Do we need to meet? Like, can I show, like, what can I do to just help you execute the idea? That's what like really excites me and like fuels me to keep going.
Right.
It's just getting the ideas out. I don't really, I think I do sit with myself like a lot.
I isolate a lot. Like I'm just very still. Like when I'm by myself, when I need to recharge, like I'm just in the house. I don't even speak like a lot. So when I have like the urge to do, it's because I want to get these ideas out creatively.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and that's basically it.
I want to add this. If I am reincarnated, I want to come back black. That's it. That's all.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Jesus. Hey, man, that made my neck hurt.
This is a long question. But it looks like it's a good one. Okay. It is rare to see friendship that started in high school continue well into adulthood. How did y'all manage to grow through different cycles of life while continuing to hold space for each other?
I think it's just because we have so much in common. Like, because there was a period where we didn't talk for a couple years, like after we graduated high school. But even with the unit, I had, we just lost contact with each other. It's not because anyone did anything wrong. It's just
life.
We graduated and I moved back to Virginia. Y'all stayed up north, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I just remember when I was about to, after I graduated college and I was about to move back, I hit you up.
Yeah, you
like,
did.
Yo, I'm about to be moving back. Like, let's hang out. And you was like, you come back? You sure? Yeah, let's hang out. And then ever since then,
locked in.
I think just us being adults now, still having all of those things in common, it was like, at first we might have been like making up for lost time.
Yeah.
But then we just did so much.
We did
in that
so
1.5 year. Before you moved to Texas?
I feel like we ate so many chicken wings.
We ate
Rest in
so
peace
many
of them
chicken wings and crab legs.
I ain't really eat that many crab legs. Y'all was, but shout out to y'all for cracking them crab legs for me because I don't like cracking them Jones. And shout out my dudes.
Shout out Miss K. Thank you.
But yeah, I feel like we went through so many chickens.
We did.
I'm plant-based now.
Experiences. Going inside that Clayton bar with all of them Saxons in there.
What music did we turn on? What song was it?
Some kind of rap.
Was it like Nas or something?
They was
yo, number one, it's like if you can think of like a Hollywood movie where you're in like a sundown town and you got a bunch of black folks with you and you walk into a bar and the whole bar get quiet. That's what it was like.
Something out of a movie.
And we still play rap in that joint. You going, I'm feeling real spicy this episode.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with you. Did you have some?
No, I just feel really
cups.
I just feel really good.
Okay,
I just feel really good. I will say though, there was a time in our friendship, I want to say when I moved to Texas, there was a time in our friendship where I felt like, how do I put it? That our friendship was kind of like dipping a little bit. I think that it was like in the pocket of like you had just gotten married and you were trying to find your way in that, and I was too. And I just felt like you weren't really there, and you don't like talking on the phone, and there's so much distance between us. There really was no way to cultivate the friendship, and it's like I really felt alone in that time. I'm not gonna hold you, I did, but I feel like we kind of made up for it with Grand Theft Auto. We done did a lot. I feel like we made up for it with Grand Theft Auto. But then it's like when, it felt like the homie done had to get off of that John. It's like that space in between. It's not even like the Philly versus Richmond space because that space is not bad. There was over 1,000 miles in between us when I was in Texas. So you know what I mean?
It's just learning how to pivot. It's like, okay, a person is doing something that, may not be to your liking, or because I do not like talking on the phone. I hate it actually.
Yeah.
Please don't make me talk on the phone for too long. But just doing that, but like that's something that you like to do. So compromising.
Yeah. I don't like texting.
Stuff like that. Yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
But things like that. If it's worth it, it's worth figuring out if the relationship is worth it. I
say this all the time, then we're gonna pivot to the next question. I say this all the time. All soulmates are not romantic. And I think that people need to understand the difference. I think that our friendship sustained itself because you and I are indeed soulmates. So, I think that, shout out to everybody that understands the soulmates. Platonic soulmates, that your friends do show up the same way as partners in that regard, meaning that they're very important to your life journey. So, I think that with us having all of the things that we have in common, and then on top of that, us openly communicating And really being there for each other. Yeah. I think that that's dope. And I wish that more people had friendships that lasted long like that and were actually good friendships.
Yeah.
Not just holding on to people because of the time.
Right.
You heard? Okay. Moving on. Simple question. What lessons have you all learned over the past year? We answered that question, but somebody left their name Triple H. Hip-Hop Henry.
Shout out.
Shout out, man. Shout out hip-hop. But we answered that question already, big dog.
Thank you.
Thank you for the question, though. Next question. If you could host anyone, no limits, from the past, who would it be and what would you want to ask?
Jesus.
Dang.
From the past?
From the past. I'm a choose George Washington, because why did you have wooden teeth and slave teeth in your mouth? Why did you have?
Why would you pick him?
He was standing up on the front of that boat with wooden and slave teeth in his mouth. Yo. Come on, man, get out of here. Get out of here, man. I want to know why. Why do you think it's okay to do that?
Oh man,
I don't know. Let me think about the question. I'll come back.
From the past. Not I'll come back. Somebody from the past. Let's narrow it down. Pick a genre. Actor, musician.
I would pick John Coltrane. I would want to know about his spiritual enlightenment.
When I tell you that you be taking the things out of me.
Pause.
What you be out of my head? The things that I be thinking in my head.
Yeah.
You take it out of there. Like, what was you thinking on a Love Supreme? All right, bet. I'm going Maurice White.
Okay.
What? Like the All in All album? Is it All in All? I just want to know, like, what made y'all, like, where did you go to, like, write certain songs? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would want to know that. So I'm going to go Maurice White.
Okay.
From Earth, Wind & Fire, if y'all don't know.
Yeah, I think that's good. Moving on. The fact that we chose music is so funny. We love music so much.
We do.
No, you know what? I want to ask the rock star, too. When is GTA 6 coming out? You feel me? My kid's about to be my age by the time that shit come out. Excuse my language, but all right. Next question. Hi, guys with heart. What's a crazy story you have about one another? We already told that story where your dad cut your hair off.
Not tapping your little feet. You sickening.
Yo, I feel like that's the craziest story where he chopped your whole John.
Yeah.
He rocked your block.
Oh my God. Man.
Pause. Took the whole ponytail with him.
Took me down. And then I
took you down to the black rubber band.
To the black small rubber band. And then you made me go in the showers and show you. Look like.
I don't think that we have a lot of crazy stories.
Crazy.
Do we have a lot of crazy stories?
No, because we don't be doing nothing. We be in the house.
We be in the house for
real.
But
like, I still feel like we've like maybe done things.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. We don't really have any crazy stories. Because I feel like you're a rule follower.
I definitely am.
And I'm hard-headed. So, like, a part of having a sustaining friendship is knowing who your friends are. So this is not the friend I cut up with. You feel me? So, like, this one is a rule follower. So there's no crazy stories. All right, moving on. Courtney, do you see yourself married with 3 kids one day, happily in love? Hold on. That's crazy. That's a crazy question. I do.
That's so specific.
I do. I'm open to it. I'm open to love. I think that, like, previous love encounters closed me off. I feel like my first go around with marrying the wrong person. No offense. I don't want to say marrying the wrong person, because I feel like we came here to be an arch nemesis to each other for the lessons. That's just me having I had a life altering, okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm not a victim in anything. But what I will say is, yeah, I do. I see myself doing it again in complete love.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, man.
Word.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out that third baby. Shout out that third baby. That third baby gonna be like, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Kiss.
Next. I'm turned up this episode. All right, next question. What cities would you like to visit for shopping you've yet to go to?
Japan.
I
got a whole Japan saved file.
Japan.
With all of the thrift stores that everywhere we need to hit when we go.
Japan, for sure.
For sure. I need some Japanese denim in my collection. Like straight from over there.
I need Japanese everything. Japan is so fire. Yeah, man. I think Japan is like, if we had to like pick a country or a place in the world that like defines our friendship, Japan. Yeah. All right, moving on. What's one piece of advice that you two can each give each other?
What can we say that we have? I feel like we do so much like self-reflection almost constantly. When we learn something, we say it to one another. Yeah. And like, so in the last this weekend, like what have we not said to each other that we've learned?
Yeah, we do it all the time. So I think that like we'll just continue to do it. So like, as you say, as we learn things, as we grow, we talk about our life experiences, we talk about those life lessons, and then we, hey, like, boo, boo, boo. Yeah. Moving on. What's a song that instantly takes you back to a time that you felt really at peace? Something by Maxwell.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I think probably As by Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that that's the greatest love song of all time.
If anybody's fighting you on that, they trash.
Okay, yeah. All right.
We're moving on. We got a lot of questions to get to. And we're on the time constraint. What's one memory that still gives you butterflies when you think about it?
That's gross.
Butterflies are beautiful.
I know, that's nice, but like, do I feel like that? Butterflies.
Let me see. I don't want butterflies.
Yeah, I feel like I'm exposing myself because I don't really be feeling feelings. Butterflies is, what's the question again?
What's one memory that still gives you butterflies when you think about it? I don't know. It's not a memory per se. Like, it's like whenever my sons look at me.
That's nice.
Like, they love me so much and I love them so much. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily a memory because it's whenever it happens, it gives me butterflies. It's a great memory. Or it's not a memory. I don't know.
Yeah, because when I think of butterflies and maybe
you think of like love?
Yeah, on a romantic tip. Like that funny feeling in your stomach. Like that giddy feeling. That's what I'm equating it with. And I don't have anything to say.
I'm gonna just say one word. Freckles.
All right. Next question.
Word.
Don't do too much.
Favorite trait about each other? I love how supportive you are. I love how I love how creative you are. Damn, answering these questions on the fly is crazy.
This was your idea. All right.
I love how supportive you are.
Okay. Yeah. We'll stick with that. I love and appreciate like your diligence. You don't wait around. I might be like come up with an idea or have a thought and I want to marinate with it. You're instantly like trying to put it drawn into action.
Word.
Yeah. So we need that and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's your best friend's biggest red flag when it comes to dating? What's your biggest red flag?
I don't got no daggone red flags. I'm green. That's a forest over here. Because I feel like when I am ready to go back into the market, I will have done so much like self-reflection and work that, somebody's getting a really good package.
But what kind of question is this? Is this like a red flag that like our red flags?
Yeah.
Like what a red flag I would have?
Yeah, they
mind your business.
Exactly.
Mind your business.
That's
Moving
why
on.
I ain't say ask me anything.
You can ask us that. We talk about love and all of that.
It.
Cause
you
don't know my red flag, do you?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Mind your business.
Right.
I could probably commit a crime with you. You gonna stay quiet.
Mm-hmm. I'm the drone that set it off.
You gonna stay so quiet. You ain't even gonna ask for the lawyer. All right, moving on.
Okay.
Have you ever had a date that felt straight out of a movie? If so, explain.
No.
I had a date that felt like out of Love Jones.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That was it was fire. It was like a speakeasy situation. It was fire. Yeah, it felt like straight out of Love Jones. It was a nice situation. Yeah.
That's nice.
What's one time you stepped outside of your comfort zone this year and it ended up being amazing? All of this.
Every day that I show up and do this, every photo shoot, every time Courtney posts a pic that I don't like
you be picking pics I don't like too.
Yeah. You know I don't like it when I don't put it in my stories.
I do notice that. I do notice that. And I mean, I think we're both more so comfortable behind the lens.
Mm-hmm.
So all of this, like just being so front facing, like I think that I've had to kind of like, while I'm even recording the podcast episodes or doing the photo shoots, I have to go inward in order to get it done because I'm just so, I think that people think that I'm like this super outgoing person.
Yeah.
And I think that I can be, but the reality is I like my own space. I like my own inwardness.
Mm-hmm.
So like a lot of this is uncomfortable for me.
Yes.
Yeah. Moving on. What artist records do you listen to most when you feel most aligned? Shout out Drew.
Drew, I love you. Most aligned with each other or just like
for yourself.
Period.
What's an artist or record that you listen to the most when you feel most aligned? Like when you feeling most aligned, what you throwing on, dog?
I'm probably throwing on the Silvers. Stevie. The Elements. Like it's old stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know like if I can say anything new for real. It's like when I'm feeling like my most aligned self, I'm putting this on. But like, I don't know, just those early Silvers, like especially the first 3 Silvers records when Leon was really in his bag writing, like The Cry of a Dreamer, like just, probably the Silvers. I'm gonna say that.
Damn. I'm probably putting on some Pharoah Sanders.
Yeah.
That's my go-to when I feel most aligned. Probably Pharoah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dope. Thank you, Drew. That was a wonderful
question. That was a good question. All right. I guess this is for me. Living both in Texas and now Philly, are there things culturally you miss at all about Texas or don't miss? Have any of those things followed you back home? I miss the weather. Texas, I think culturally, like coming from the East Coast, we have everything.
Yeah.
It's such a melting pot. And Texas was such a culture shock for me because I don't feel as though it is as much of that. I really don't miss Texas. I'll be honest. I don't miss Texas. I've received a level of racism that I just think no one should ever receive.
Yeah.
I like being in the Bible Belt was super weird for me. I'm an East Coast baby and I just did not feel at home there. So I'm sorry if you're from Texas, born and raised, you bigging it up, but I can't do the same. Moving on. Shout out Philly though. If you only have 5 albums you could have with you on a deserted island, which would they be? Any genre. P.S. Keep being great. Y'all killing it. I don't know who you are, but thank you.
Thank you.
5 albums.
We might got like 2 more questions in this. Maybe.
We might have to continue.
This might be the last one.
This might be the last one.
If we're gonna take time to pick a real 5.
Yo, how about this? We're gonna come back to that one. That's a little bit too in depth.
Are we gonna do a part 2 to the Q&A then?
We only got 2 more questions left, but I feel like that question we have to sit with.
Yeah.
Because I'm on a deserted island.
Right. And this is for
This
the
is
rest of our
forever.
lives. We only in our 30s. Yeah.
Yeah. We gonna come back to you, beloved.
We're going to answer it on the next one.
We're gonna make it nice though.
Mm.
Next question is, do you love your life? Wow. I love y'all. These questions are like so good. Thank y'all for not being weird.
Yeah.
I do love my life now. I love my life because I acknowledge it now. There was a time when I didn't acknowledge my life. I didn't appreciate life. I didn't understand what life is. I had a life-altering experience that made me understand what life was.
Yeah.
And in order to get there, I had to go outside of it. So I do love my life. I love all of the imperfections. I love all of the hiccups. I love all of the things that are joyous and happy and great, and even the moments where I learned lessons. Yeah, I love my life.
I don't know if love is the word that I'd use, but I always come back to gratitude.
Maybe you're right.
So I'm still grateful. The highs, the lows, like all of the things.
I would love my life if I had Elon Musk money without being stupid like Elon Musk. You see what I'm saying? If I could really like make a change with the joint, like I could say, yo, I love my life. I don't have to. Honestly, I would love my life if I didn't have to worry about capitalism. I would love my life if I didn't have to worry about white supremacy. I would love my life if some of these things that plague our world did not exist. I would love my life. But I'm thankful for my life.
Yeah, I'm grateful. I just think I just got a little bit more work to do, and then maybe.
Word.
Yeah, I can use language like that.
Do you love your life? I love that question.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you.
Moving on. What's the biggest lesson learned about working alongside your friend?
Grace.
And
communicate.
Facts.
And circle back.
Facts.
And check in.
Yeah. But heavy on the grace.
Yeah. Heavy on the grace.
And patience.
For
and
sure.
Love.
Yeah. Everything with love. Even in the frustrating moments, come back to love. You know what I'm saying?
I learned that I was getting better and healing when I was able to sit in a pocket of patience with you when I was frustrated.
That's good.
Yeah. So, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Those are all the questions. And for that one person with the 5 albums, I promise we gonna circle back.
Yes.
We might even make a post out of it.
Yeah, we should.
With Cool in Real Life Sounds.
Yeah. We should do that.
We should do that.
Shout out you! Shout out you! Yeah, man.
All right. That's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we answered all the questions. They were all beautiful questions. Even though you could have asked anything, you guys chose to sit in respect, and you guys came up with some dope questions. Loved it. Beautiful year.
Yeah.
We did it.
Shout
We're gonna
out.
continue to do it, and I'm proud of us.
Me too.
We gonna wrap this up.
Yeah, man.
That's it. That's all.
That's it. That's all.
So once again, this is the Cool in Real Life podcast where passions and purpose align. If you want to stay connected with us, please hit us up on Instagram at cool__IRL or CIRL sounds. And then you can listen to the podcast through Apple Podcasts or Spotify. And yo, if you're watching on YouTube, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe. And yo, write us a comment. Dude, hit the comments. We've been telling y'all for a year. That's the one thing I don't understand. We've been telling y'all for a year to get up in them comments, and y'all still hitting us on the side.
The same small few of y'all, thank you for being obedient.
Word. But the rest of y'all hard-headed. And a hard head make a soft behind because I'm about to stop responding. I'm not. But yeah, much love to y'all. Thank y'all for supporting us. Thank y'all for sticking it out with us. And it's up.
Yeah.
Moving forward. We out.
Cool.